kidnapping in Chicago. Four black young people kidnapped a white disabled person and tortured him, held him captive for 48 hours. Blah blah blah. It's all over the internet, it's all over YouTube, it's everywhere. Somebody brought up about an Idaho teen football player who, with a couple of his teammates, sodomized a disabled black teammate. This happened according to the articles that I've been able to find on the internet, like on the Raw Story website. This happened in October of 2015. And just about every article that I found, if you look up John R. K. Howard on Google, which is what I've done, you will find numerous stories about this football player who happens to be white, and his teammates were white, and the other boy that they sodomized with a coat hanger was black. Now, according to Raw Story, the Raw Story website specifically, I have it up on my phone right now, which is why I'm referencing it, and I don't have a link right now to it, but anyway, it's Raw Story is the name of the website, www.rawstory.com. John R. K. Howard is the white football player that helped sodomize a fellow black disabled teammate. He is avoiding jail time. He has to do 300 hours of community service. If he completes his community service, according to this article, he will have this taken off his record. He will not be required to be registered on a sexual offender list. I personally find it disgusting. And this is why black people think that we white people have privilege. Now, from what I've read from this article, John R. K. Howard is actually from a what's the word? Prominent family in the community. So to me, that sounds like they're well-to-do. They're financially well-to-do family, so they have money. It's disgusting. Everybody's focusing on these teens in Chicago, which is also disgusting. Both crimes are absolutely disgusting. But this is why there are racial tensions in the United States, because white males from well-to-do families are getting away with crimes. Howard is not the only person that has gotten away with crimes, because I've heard or read of white males from well-to-do family getting away with rape and not having the same jail sentences as if it would be a black individual for lack of a better term, from the ghetto. This is what needs to change in America. It shouldn't matter your financial status. If you commit a crime, regardless of your financial status, regardless of the color of your skin, you should be held accountable for that crime, and the sentences should be fair for that crime for all individuals. And it sickens me that in the United States that apparently money really can absolve you of crime, because it seems to me that generally speaking, the white people that are getting away with crimes are from prominent, well-to-do families. It's not poor white people. It's rich white people, and this is the society that we live in. And this is why minorities, people of color, black people. I don't know what, how to politically correctly label them, but this is why they're upset, people. And this is the kind of crap that really needs to stop. If the judicial system would treat rich white men the same way that they treat poor black men or poor black people, then there would be no ammunition for groups like Black Lives Matter. And there would be less racial tensions, I feel, in the United States. But because rich white men, young men, are getting away with crimes, whereas poor black people are not getting away with these crimes, this is just adding flame. Alright? This is just adding fuel to the fire. And this is what is dragging our country down. It needs to stop. And unfortunately, what happens is that black people see these news stories and they assume that all white people then get away with crimes. I don't feel that that's the case. I have to admit, I haven't really delved deep into the research of other white people that have been committing crimes and that have been sentenced properly to see if it's true that it is just the rich white folk, because it's rich white folk that are getting these news stories. And it's not fair. And people can't understand why there's racial tensions in the United States. So it's not all the media. It's the judicial system as well, favoring those with money over those without money. I don't really know what else to say about this, but I am sickened by it. It does make me sick. And it's really not fair. And as somebody that was raised in the 70s and 80s, I was raised to not look at somebody by the color of their skin, but to look at them as individuals and to get to know people before I judge them. And to do as little judging as possible, but as a human, we judge people, and that's the way it is. I was raised in a predominantly white neighborhood, although we were poor. My friends were also poor. My home life was not fantastic growing up. My parents were divorced. My parents were drinkers. My stepdad also was a drinker. So I didn't have a charmed life, even being white, and I don't feel that I've been privileged, but there are privileged white people out there, and I think that it needs to stop, and I think something needs to be done about these men getting away with these crimes and getting only probation and or reduced jail times, while black people are basically sent to jail for a very long time. And I know people might not agree with me on this because a lot of the media attention is of black people being racist. I've seen it all over YouTube, especially because black people say they can't be racist, but there is some systematic racism going on, obviously, in the judicial system, specifically, from what I've seen. So, this is, basically this is it. This is why black people think that white people are privileged. Now, not all white people are privileged. I'm not privileged. I've had to work very hard for everything I've ever had. I was born early. My parents were told I was going to be retarded. I've had health problems. I've tried to get on disability as an adult due to my health issues and was unable to get on disability. I've had issues. I don't want to drag this out, but as a white person, I don't feel that I have been privileged. I tried to do everything I can for my children, as any parent would. But to have my children who are getting older and will be graduating from high school soon and maybe going off to college, it scares me that they're going out into a world where they will be judged by the color of their skin because of well-to-do white people getting away with crimes within the judicial system. So that's just my quick opinion on it. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I don't know if anybody will actually see this video, but I just want to get it out there. This is why black people are infuriated and why they feel that there is systematic racism. And this is why they feel they can't be racist. The judicial system, for one, really does need to change. Seriously. On the other hand, there's also other, there's affirmative action that was set up to help those disadvantaged individuals get out of negative situations, to be able to go to school, to be able to get grants, or to go to better schools and stuff. And I do feel that disadvantaged youth need to learn about these programs and take advantage of them and get themselves out of these negative situations that they are currently in. I do feel that it's the individual's responsibility to pick themselves up and get themselves out of it. And there is help for that. There are government programs that are available for that white people don't qualify for. But I don't feel that black people or disadvantaged people, people of color, are going to have the motivation to make their lives better as long as these crimes committed by rich white people are going unpunished. I mean, what would be the point? Seriously. And it's really not fair. And that is my 2 cents. Thank you for watching and listening. And you guys have a good day. Peace out.